And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do. And I have my partner in crime. It is TrendWatch Thursday with Dr. Chris Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy?
It's Thursday. Getting
It's
close to the weekend again.
Thursday.
I feel like the weekends just come by so quickly and then they go so fast.
It's moving by. The world is moving by fast. It's just because there's so much junk in the world. There's so much
Yes.
crazy. Your brain just can't wrap around it. It's just so much stuff.
It's non-stop. It's non-stop. Yeah.
You got the idiot that's in the White House. You have him acting stupid on the world stage. You got the idiot at the Pentagon.
Were you watching Don? Were you watching Don this morning? Yeah. I literally turned it off right before we got on.
And speaking of Don, I had a great time with Don yesterday.
See that.
He had me rolling, and then he said, wait, come back. We got to do a video. And so we did a video. I'm not sure where it's going to show, but we did a little short, and he was saying, we were just sharing my love for the elimination and being a part of the elimination.
It's going to be on his platform?
Yeah, it's going to be on his platform.
Okay. Look out for that.
So because I did a selfie, and then he said, and then we were just chatting, and then after that he said, no, don't go anywhere. Let's do a video. And I said,
he's a person of the people.
He's exactly the same way he is on live on the platform, on his platform. Awesome. And everyone says he's the same. Everyone says he's the same as he is on TV. And he really is. He was so much fun. And then I got to meet the whole team behind elimination. And it was so funny.
Did he have like three? He has like three producers that he works with, or two?
He has three producers. Really, it's four of them. It's four of them. Oh, and then one of them does the marketing. So I gave him my business card so that way he can have, so I can interact. I have to send some photos over to them today. And so that was really cool. And I told him, I said, send me an email that I can reach and get these photos to you guys. So it was a big event. Here in New York City, we had at the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce at the One Vanderbilt Tower. We had a big event at the TD Bank office space headquarters, and beautiful event space they have. Anyway, we had a great time. I'm going to show some photos of it, and even though no one has seen these photos yet, but I'm going to send these out. We're going to end about at 11:45 because I have to get these photos out to them before noon, and then also I have to head out the building at noon to get to a luncheon today. So there's a bunch of moving pieces over the last couple of days. I think Lisa says, "Oh my gosh, you were up at 3:00 in the morning, and then you're back up at 7." I say, "Yep." I was doing some edits that after I got off with the playing we had a great night on game night. Game night. So we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I know someone say, why would you do the game night when you know you got lots of work to do? And I was like, because I had done so much work during the day. It releases the stress, and then you're ready to go to bed. So I love my game nights.
It's something you enjoy.
With Lisa in the crowd, you're gonna laugh. Lisa, TB. Now I finally put the pieces together about TB, that she is Tuscany Blue. So Tuscany Blue on our Instagram is TB on YouTube. Did not know that until last night. I was like, duh. And she says,
it's always obvious.
But I did not get it. And she probably told me before. I just forgot. So, and that we laughed. We got the games. We got our spelling bee done. We finished it. We completed it. We got our connections. We got that. Lisa led us in the right direction, and then the others team. It's always a teamwork. Now it's so funny because I'm going to keep saying this. Is that Lisa was the one that was like, "Oh, I'll see you guys as soon as we start the game." She leaves, and now she's like in it. Everybody's in it. So everybody's a part of the game night, and I love it. We have so much fun, and it's definitely a good way to end the night. And then it's time for bed. And I sleep very much in peace, thanks to our wonderful community. And but I'm just putting some things up. So what's going on in your world, sir? I saw on the conference call this week. You guys are back on.
We haven't taken a break.
Oh, okay.
Did you miss a couple of weeks? We've been posting.
I missed a couple of weeks. Yes,
yeah, we've been posting. Well, it's funny you say that. I wonder if there's something a little off because we noticed that our numbers dipped the last week for whatever reason. And we was like, the last couple weeks we've been pulling a certain amount of numbers, and then all of a sudden there was a big drop off. So I'm not sure if it just wasn't showing up in people's feeds. But our numbers are back up. And we record every weekend, and then it goes up Monday at noon. Even when Ronald and I weren't able to do the show because of the move, TJ did it by himself, and he actually had a guest on, which was really, really good. And we're gonna bring him back on, I think, for the season finale of this particular season. Loved his insight, so we're gonna have him back on. But yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
But you've been busy. You've been busy. You have a lot going on. Between the painting, the staging, all the projects, and just everything.
And the apartment is on the market as of now. It went on the market last night, and
good.
So and it's on the market, and they did a good job with the photos of the apartment. So very good. And
it's crazy. It's been a year plus in the making. I remember when you first even mentioned that this was a possibility, and here it is.
Here it is. So
it's been a process.
Someone will buy it in the next 2 weeks.
And please! I don't think I have a problem with that.
No, I don't think. I think this is what I mean. This is one of the most coveted apartments in the whole Hill complex. So
listen, I was there for a couple of weeks now, and just when you walk in and you see the views, like unobstructed views from Lower Manhattan all the way up to almost like going towards Harlem, you can see.
Well, you can see from my windows. You can see from Staten Island all the way across downtown Brooklyn. Then pieces of Jersey in the background, and then Lower Manhattan, and then almost up to Harlem.
It's crazy. Like people kill for views like that, and that's not something you get just anywhere in the city. So you really struck gold when you got that place, and now someone else is going to strike gold, but they're going to have to pay you for it.
Yes, well, my broker, we started a little lower than I wanted to start. I said, well, can we? He says, we want to start. He said, we don't want to start high. We want to start he said, we're going to keep it right there. Because he was saying the economy is so flippant, right? People
crazy
are now
getting
afraid, and the interest rates have just gone up. So the interest rates have just gone up. So that means now people are slowing down their buying. So, but he says this is because this apartment is so unique and with its views. He says, I don't see a problem with it, but there have been 2 of his properties that the owners have had almost, it's like usually they sell within 2 weeks. This particular one of his apartments sold in 3 weeks versus 2 weeks. And then there was another one that was a little wonky because of Trump and all the craziness.
Yeah, but I listen, the community that you live in, the block that you live on, I mean, and the area is really pristine. So I don't think you're gonna have a problem with it. And it's great. It's right off the beaten path of like a major thoroughfare for shopping and restaurants and entertainment. You're not far from downtown, quote unquote.
Everything's
Brooklyn.
Here.
Everything is right there.
I mean, Fort Greene Park. You got the big, beautiful, big, great lawn, but it's there. But let me show you let me show you some photos from the from last night. And let me do this. Hold on a second. Let me get this presentation. Present arms. That's what we used to say when we're in the cadets. Present arms. Okay, so this is here's a couple of photos, y'all. So this is the assistant to the governor of New York, and she was there to support. There's Mr. Man. There's Don Lemon. A great shot there, I think. And got a photograph and another good shot of him. I like this shot the best. This is my favorite shot
Summer
of
soiree.
him. Yeah, the summer soiree 2025. And that's the deputy mayor of New York City. And so it was a big night. Like I said, oops, what's going on? A little slow there. Let's go back and see what's happening. Here we go. And then that's Jessica, who's in charge of the Manhattan Chamber. She is our board head of the board. And so there we go, giving him his award to celebrate him being an entrepreneur in New York. And this is also the chairman of one of the board members, and the mayor, the deputy mayor. So this is just a couple of shots from the event and her speaking. And this is all the people that were there gathered. And so try to get the whole feel.
It was a nice size event.
Yeah, it was a lot of mingling, and so the Manhattan Chamber really showed up, and yeah, so these are some of the photos, and so this putter, the young lady that's in charge of pottery, we got together and I told her what happened, and she said, "Oh my gosh, Ron," she said, "make sure," she goes, "you still have that free event, so let me know. We're going to get the date set." I told her it's going to be in September. We're going to do an event for all of the pillars that are in the Touch Base Daily community and the supporters of Touch Base Daily community and Ron Lewis Photos. So we will have a selection of 15 people. I will go through that. And so we're going to have that coming up in September. I told her, I says, no way we are doing this in the summer. It's too hot. I said, no way. So we'll do it in the fall. And so we'll do that. It's either September or October. I know that Lisa and I were looking at the event that we were trying to create for the Dandy event. Dandy.
Okay.
And so we're going to, if we can coordinate that with that weekend, so that way if people are coming in for the weekend, those that are pillars in the community could also be here part of the weekend. And then we can have a special event for those that are really like the people that support this platform. Like I said, there are several people that donate money to this platform. And so it'd be a good way to celebrate them and to give back to them, because, you know, they literally every month, $25 or $50 or $100. So so that would be great. She said, Ron, I quit. No, you can't quit. You cannot quit. And but it was great. So I got to meet so many folks. I mean, everyone has their, you know, they had the band there. It was great. Lots of mingling, lots of socializing. So it's great. Don there with his team, and they're acting crazy with this award. And again, so it was a good night. And this is Don and the deputy mayor, who they both received the award. Oh, okay. And this is the board members of the Manhattan Chamber, and nice. And also donors. So it was a good night, a very good night. And then this is where everybody's saying Lemon Nation. And so it was good fun. So that was awesome. Last night. Yeah, I had a great time. And then one of my friends, she was like, Ron, you want to come out tonight? We're all hanging. You know, my buddy who's a DJ. She's like, we're going to hang out, and I'm DJing at such and such club. And I was like, if y'all want those photos tomorrow, you'll let me go home.
Yeah, go home. Quick turnarounds.
You'll let me go home because I try to do a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And
well, listen, before you go any further, let's go back.
Yes.
And say
We didn't say hellos,
good
did we?
mornings. Yeah, no, we didn't. And the first in the room today, of course, was Hannah. Good morning, Hannah. And Hannah says, "Good morning, Ron and Chris, and Touch Base Daily Family." Second with the bronze, with the silver is Lisa. She says, "Happy Thursday." And then I believe bringing up the rear was Aya with the bronze. Grand Rising. Hi, Ron and Chris and everyone. So good morning to everyone in the room and welcome to TrendWatch Thursday.
Yes.
Touch Base Daily.
And then we got wonderful Jazzy's in the building. Good morning, beautiful people. And then we got Mimi in the building who says, good morning, Ron, Chris, and RLP family. And we got Bryson, which means I need a drink. Here we go. We need a drink for Bryson.
Come on. Yes.
Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, Touch Base Daily fam? Happy Iron Heart Thursday. One more day before the weekend.
Now, I haven't started watching it yet, but I'm going to start watching it because I think it's really important to, one, support, and then two.
I don't have Disney any longer, so I gave up Disney.
But here's the thing, though. They did not promote this series the way it should have been promoted until people started getting up in arms about it, because here it is, a Black superhero character, a young character and very popular, and it was a hit when they introduced it in the Black Panther movies.
Yeah, Black Panther.
And, it wasn't like everyone knows it's coming out, but where's the advertising? Where's the promotion for it? And then all of a sudden, it's just like they started putting it out. But it's gotten rave reviews so far. I believe this is week 2 of it. It premiered last week.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going to start watching it either today or over the weekend.
Well, I wish I could see it. So one day I'll get one day I'll get a Disney account again. I still have my Hulu, but I may add on.
No, but I think you have to have the Disney to actually watch. You can't. If you don't have it, it won't play it through Hulu.
And Disney is also and the reason why I got rid of Disney is because it wasn't a lot of stuff to see on Disney. It wasn't a lot of stuff.
It depends. I wouldn't necessarily say that. It has to have your liking on it. So like we have Hulu, we have Disney. We actually have pretty much all of them. The only the only thing we don't have is BET right now. We love to watch TV and we love movies. But like for me, I specifically got Disney when it first came out for the Star Wars franchise. Like I'm a big Star Wars fan. And of course Marvel. So that the fact that they had those, and I love all of the spin-off series that Star Wars has done. I'm constantly watching new stuff that they have out there. I love the cartoons, the animated series, the live action series that they have, and the movies. So that's why I keep it.
Yes, I can't ever get anything in it.
And Discovery. I love watching nature films and stuff like that. So
I guess
there's so much stuff out there, though. There's so much stuff to choose from, So you choose what you really want to inhale, as they would say.
That's an interesting analogy.
Yeah.
Especially I have a lot of weeders around here.
Listen, let me tell you something. The one thing about living here, I've been loving it. We don't have that problem anymore. You might get a whiff here or there, but it's not even really coming from here. You're probably getting it off of the street. But it's like night and day here. It really is. The level of peace and comfort that we have here, we did not have where we were before. So
I cannot wait. Of all the things that I cannot wait to leave New York about is all of the weed. I cannot stand the smell. It's so horrible to me.
It's hard. Some of them are just really harsh.
It's horrible. Now, Adrian, one day we were on our way to the basketball game. He says, I think the ones that you smell is the cheap stuff. I was like,
most people are having the cheap stuff.
Most people don't. I guess that's the cheap stuff that everybody's using. The cheap stuff is horrible. It just drives me insane. Okay, what are you guys saying in the chat today? Today's TrendWatch Thursday, so just so everyone knows.
And I'm going to keep you on time. We got 21 minutes.
Keep me on time. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And let's see what's being said in this chat. Hit the like button, says Chris. I like that. I'm with you on that, Chris. Make sure you hit the like. What is slam the like?
This is why I always keep the episode running live so I can make sure I'm hitting the like and, doing that.
Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like. Chris says, you know why? If they promote a Black female superhero too close to VP Harris and pouring their energy into a test bed, they are hedging their bets versus going all in after the Black Captain America.
So here's my thing.
Yes,
if this is how these studios feel, why greenlight these projects and put them out there? If you're not going to promote, I mean, you stand to lose a lot of money if you don't promote these projects.
Yes, but I don't get.
You're going against your own interests.
They do it though. They do not promote the things that they should be promoting. I sit there and say, Disney does this often. Even with their show, for instance, GMA 3, right? Now, GMA 3 was started because of during COVID. Then they had Strahan and whoever that other person was that was with him. And then I think
Keke Palmer did it for a little bit too.
Well, Keke came on later on. It was the girl from the View. I forgot her name.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to know. Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah Haynes. So Sarah Haynes and they did the first one, Generate, and then it wasn't getting good ratings, as they say, and then they got moved over, and then they gave it to Roebuck and the guy from CNN.
Yeah.
And then they had an affair, and then they rejected them.
Actually, wait, I'm going to correct you. They did not have an affair. They had a consensual relationship. They were both separated from their partners. But ABC and this media went crazy with it, and it just wasn't sustainable. They did nothing wrong, and they should not be shamed for having a relationship.
And then they got rid of them. So now they just got rid of then you had, oh God, what's it? I can't remember all these names. Gosh, I love him. He's such a good guy. And but the two last anchors, the Black guy and the Spanish girl, she's Filipino. And they finally axed them, and now they have a whole new stage, new setting with. Yeah. Well,
they actually ABC and Disney have been moving all of their properties into one building.
Oh, yes, they're right there.
They're downtown now in Manhattan. So everything, the local ABC affiliates, they're down there.
Everybody's there in one building.
Kelly and Mark are down there. The View, literally every Disney and ABC property, ESPN, they're all down in one building now, which is actually, it kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah, they finally got rid of Lincoln Center, and now they're all downtown.
Yeah,
and you can literally see it from my apartment. I can see it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I can see it.
So here's the thing, though, with like the ABC, the GMA3 thing you were talking about. Like, I never really watched it. I watched it once in a blue moon back in the day. Plus, I'm not really watching that type of programming anymore. Was that I think it was overexposure of news, because remember, it would run from like 7 a.m, I think, until about, then I think Kelly and Mark would come on, and then it would go back into that. So like 4 or 5 hours of just news programming. It's a lot.
I think they should just get rid of GMA3 altogether.
Yeah, because I mean, remember they used to have like the Chew. They had more diverse programming throughout the day, and then of course you had your slots back in the day where it was just from I think like 1 until 4 o'clock. You had soap opera programming, and then you went into the news. But then now even the news of the evening news, which your local news, it's even longer, because I know out here in Philadelphia they run from I think 4 p.m. till 6:30 when world news comes on. So you've got all that programming of just news. It's like there's something else out there you guys can program these stations for.
Well, I mean, they need more programming like the Chew. They need the other diversity, like different stuff. I mean, GMA3 was created to be the briefing of COVID. Once COVID has now gone, there's really no reason for it. They're just going to hold on to it and try and make it better and yada yada yada. But like you said, people are exhausted, and plus,
and they're not trusting the
American
news
news is
anyway.
not news. It's not even real news. It's,
Well,
it's
that's not
all entertainment slash
people
news.
don't trust the news anymore. So it's like people don't trust the news. They're not watching. So why are you putting more news programming on? Like that's not going to turn the tide. People have moved on. Like people are. I mean, most people get their news now from social media.
Well, at 1 o'clock, I put on BBC and Sky News because that's how I get my.
How you watch it on YouTube or
I have
what?
Samsung TV.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you go on Samsung TV, you just switch the channel, and it's right there. And the reason why is because one is BBC, Sky News is international news.
Yeah, I have the app on my phone.
I am more into international news, and again, what they cover overseas, you learn more about America than you learn.
It's a more unbiased take on America because they had no stake in America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I watch also on I watch Al Jazeera. So I have Al Jazeera, I have BBC, I have Sky News. If I'm going to look at news, I'm going to look at real news because American news is not real news. Except for C-SPAN, obvious just coverage, and PBS.
Yeah.
The rest of it is all entertainment.
So Lisa was asking a question. I thought we were supposed to be boycotting Disney, or is it just a part? I didn't realize that people were boycotting Disney. But then here's my thing now. It's like we have to be selective, and we all have to choose on our own what we're going to support and what we're not. Because when you really look at it, everybody has either capitulated or donated or contributed in somehow to that Orange Menace or his administration. And it's like, if that's the case, then there's just no way you can actually survive in the world today. Because I was looking at Lowe's and like Home Depot, they've in some way contributed. But when I really think about it, it's like, all right, we're getting ready to move. I mean, we stopped supporting Lowe's, earlier this year, but come to find out, like right before I moved, that even Home Depot had done some contribution towards him, whatever.
Wait, people were boycotting Lowe's?
No. But like there are lists out there that highlight companies and organizations that have either donated to his him when he was running or whatever, or rolled back the DEI programs, and like everyone has done so to a certain degree, and it just comes to a point where it's like, all right, where am I going to go to get the things that I need? And, you can't be sitting there doing research to go and find these things when, you got to move in 2 weeks. It's all right. Look, we're not supporting Lowe's. All right. Now we're just not finding about Home Depot. But at this point, I need boxes. I need tape. I need like these essential things. Mm-hmm. You can't just keep running to like, Staples, the same thing. So it's like, you have to kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. But I don't think Lowe's is on the list, though. I think it's Home Depot.
No, I think Lowe's was on the list.
Really?
Yeah. But you have to remember also, too, a lot of these companies are affiliates of other parent companies. You know what I mean? So then, you find out, this parent company donated something, but not necessarily the actual company that you're really invested in. Then, all right, well, do you punish everybody? Just don't support them, too? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I do is I pretty much just stay local. I mean, I have my local hardware store. I have my local.
Those are so hard to find nowadays.
Oh, but we have one. We have Acme, AME or ACM, whatever they call them things, ACME. But we have them one right around the corner. I go there, pick up my little stuff, and then I'm happy.
And
you gotta have to go to Home Depot.
That used to be the move back in the day. I remember even like when I was in my college years, like if I needed something from a hardware store, I would go to the the local hardware store, the mom and pop ones, and get stuff.
And now Anthony says
so hard to find.
Lowe's did not roll back DEI. I know Lowe's was the alternative.
I don't think it had to do with their DEI. I think it had to do with their campaign contributions towards their part. I believe that's what it was.
Chris says Home Depot was canceled a long time ago. I know about Home
Yeah.
Depot. It was canceled, and they had bad customer service anyway. But that's another point. That's another
And so
story.
here's the thing, though. I've heard that so many times, and depending on where you go, the Home Depot that's actually closer now to where we live is we just started going there. It is night and day. I mean, you walk in there, someone's there to greet you, someone's there to help you. There's always someone there, and it's so clean. It's the cleanest Home Depot I've ever been to in my entire life.
You have
anybody
entered
there.
the twilight zone.
Yes, I have. Where we live,
For the
I
Home
definitely have.
Depots, let me tell you, you have now entered the twilight zone. Home
No,
Depot is no customer service. Not here in Brooklyn. Not here.
Oh my gosh, this
Nowhere
one,
I go.
I'm
Nowhere.
like, what? No, it truly is a different experience here. This one that I started going to.
Yeah, I don't. Home Depot. I only go if I absolutely have to go, and that is really have to.
All right, Lisa. So she said, Lowe's is good though. They have a black CEO. All right. Well, you know what? Look, there's a Lowe's right down the street. It's literally like a 2-minute drive. So I might have to go and start revisiting my local Lowe's.
Elise says Lowe's parent company is Walmart.
That's probably what it is because we don't support Walmart. I did not know that
Walmart bought Lowe's.
I didn't know that either. So that's probably why they were on the list then.
Because of Walmart.
Thank you, Elise. I think that's where it comes because I know there was a reason why we weren't doing Lowe's.
I did not know that Walmart owned Lowe's.
We haven't done Walmart, and we weren't big Walmart shoppers, but occasionally, every once in a while, you need something, and they're the only people that have it would go to them. But we haven't been to Walmart in about 6 months.
Fifi says, a complicated web of capitalism.
Yes, exactly.
That's the best way to describe it.
You hit the nail on the head.
A complicated web. Absolutely, Fifi.
Yeah.
And
you don't know who owns who nowadays.
Wants you to check yourself out, check yourself in and out.
Yeah, but so here's my take on that. I prefer to check myself out.
Not me.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't like having to wait on the line and then to have to deal with the people at the registers because sometimes you come across these people, and this is not just Home Depot. This is just stores in general. I remember there was a food line we used to go to. We did not like the people that worked in the store. They were always unpleasant. They never wanted to, it felt like they never wanted to be there. And that translates when you interact with the customers. So I'd rather just go and do self-checkout. I know how to scan, pack, and go.
I hate it. I tell the people all the time, you ring my bags out, you'll keep your job. Just simple as that.
Well, you want to hear something?
It says Walmart is not the parent company of Lowe's. Lowe's is a publicly traded company, Lowe's LOW, and is not a subsidiary of Walmart. Walmart is also a publicly traded company, but their operations and ownerships are separate from Lowe's. So there you have it. That's what the Wall Street. That is from looks like the Business Channel.
Okay.
So, yep. So Walmart, no, they're two different entities. Okay, good. We got that one solved. And it seems like it was a lot of people have asked that question. Is Lowe's owned by Walmart? Who is the parent brand of Walmart? Who is Walmart owned by? And it goes on. Yep.
All right, but see, look, there's a lot of conflicting back and forth on Lowe's in the chat today. But that's where a lot of this confusion comes from.
Yeah, but this is the facts. I brought it up. That's the beauty of the Google machine. Yes, indeed. And also the investors listings and stuff. Is an American retail company.
You're right, Lisa. She just looked in there, no longer a part of that group.
Yeah. They may have been in the past, but maybe not now. Maybe they were, but they are definitely not now. Yep. So there you have it. Janice says exactly right. If I wanted to check myself out, I have gotten a job with them. I hate self-checkouts.
So I'm going to say something, and this is not derogatory towards anyone, but I wonder if it also has to do with our age. If we want to do self-checkout or not, because I know, I don't know, personally, just me, I'd rather do it myself. I I don't mind that I don't have to stand there
I
and
think it's
wait
just
for someone to do it.
independent individuals, because there's a lot of young people that I know that don't like the self-checkouts either. So,
And here's the
but
thing: a lot of companies are actually starting to roll back some of that. They're removing self checkouts because they're
because
losing a lot
people
of
hate
money.
it.
No, people are stealing. Some of the Walmarts. I remember earlier this year, one of the Acme's that we went to, or no, one of the supermarkets we went to. They had a whole section just of self checkout. They removed all of them, and we asked, "Well, why did you guys remove the self checkout?" They said because a lot of people were stealing products. What they were doing was pretending to scan and putting in the bags. So now, what a lot of stores have done are implement systems where you scan your stuff out, and then you give them the receipt. They check it to count how many items you have versus how many items you have in the bag.
Then what's the
Costco does it.
purpose?
Acme does it because they want. It's
You
easier. It
still got
helps
to
to
use
move.
the manpower that it takes for someone to go through that
No,
line
no, no,
list.
not necessarily. 'Cause what they do is, like, say if they have like six self checkout counters, they have one person manning all six, and then even sometimes what they do now, where was it? Acme. There's an Acme by us. They have automated bars that are there, like a gate. So in order to get out of the self checkout area, you have to actually scan your receipt. There's a barcode on your receipt. You scan and it opens up for you. If you have no receipt, that means you didn't pay for the product, so you can't get out.
Ah, okay. Now that makes sense. But having
Yeah.
another store person do the
Well,
human thing.
yeah, but one person will man all six. So you just, and not everyone's going at the same time. So it's actually pretty easy because all self checkout areas have one person that mans it in case someone has a problem or whatever. So it's, to each his own. I prefer the self checkout because there's typically always one open versus having to wait on a line to be checked out by someone.
So Elise is saying, so we have we got some conflicts going on. We gotta get the history and the information on this correct.
That's what I was saying. There's a lot of back and forth.
Elise says the company started self checkout. Oh, sorry, my bad, that wrong one. She says, however, Lowe's has also rolled back their DEI policies. I don't know. I now don't know.
Honestly, most companies have.
Most companies have.
And a lot of them aren't. They don't say it publicly. What is happening is a lot of people are going and reading a lot of these things and saying, "Oh, they've silently rolled back some of these policies."
But then also, I was in, like I said, I've been in a couple of meetings, and I had to photograph an event, and a lot of the CEOs that were at this event said they just simply changed the names.
That too.
Because they changed it from DEI to another name, but they're still doing DEI work.
Yeah, because what a lot of the like the government was doing was going to companies' websites and scanning them, like having AI
scan. They were scanning
and
for
once they saw DEI, then they would flag them.
Yep. So people got rid of the DEI off their websites, but they still do DEI programs. So there's a whole lot going on in these streets. What did Fifi said? Fifi said what? These are when she said it was a complicated. Complicated web. Okay, what time is it?
So we got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
That's it. Only 3
Time
minutes.
goes by fast when you're having fun.
Oh, this audience! I tell you, this community is just on fire. Let's see what else are you guys saying? Jazzy says, "Yeah, my company got rid of our DEI programs and employee resources groups." Ooh, see, well, it's everywhere. This is a new country we live in. Mimi says, Lisa, big mad. I'm always finding the deals and mispriced items. And hey, TB is in the building. What's up, Tuscany Blue? What's up, Tuscany Blue? I see you. Tuscany Blue is in the building, y'all. STB. Okay, I'm just, I'm gonna have fun with that forever. There we go. I see something. Jelly says also most of these stores have very good loss prevention, and they purposely let you steal $1,000 worth of goods so they can charge you with a felony. Interesting. Never heard of that before.
Well, I remember back in the day when I was in high school and I worked at CVS. The other thing too, they tell you don't engage with the customer when they're stealing in the store. You have to let them walk out the store because technically
yes,
it's
we had to
not
do
theft
that.
unless they walk out the store.
Exactly. We had to do the same thing when we were at the Container Store. We had to let them walk out. They get right to the door, and then LP grabs them. They don't tackle them down to the ground. They just say, "Ma'am, I think you have some items that might belong to us." And the person said, "No, wait, no, I don't know." And then you see the person get all growled up. "No, not me." And it's like, "Man, can we please check your bag? Because we do have you on camera as taking these items out of aisle 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like, you're
love
gonna
it.
get
I
caught.
love it.
You're gonna get caught. There's cameras everywhere.
TV says, "Lisa, you are a sister." TV says, "Stop." And Lisa says, "Exactly." And Lisa says, I was in Home Goods yesterday, at least 30 in line, and only 2 cashiers. Yes, I don't even go there anymore.
See, this is why I
Home Goods has the worst customer service as in cashiers. It's always 1 or 2 people.
What is it? It's Home Goods and Marshalls, especially the ones when they're combined. Like, they've got like 50 million registers and they got 2 people behind them.
2 people.
And on a Saturday.
Oh, I don't go to any of those stores. That's why Amazon is my friend. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Amazon, but I'm going to use Amazon. I got to use Amazon because I cannot go into the retails. Cannot. Don't have the patience.
We are in time. You want to do some advertisements real quick before you leave?
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Let me get that on. Thank you, sir, for managing me nicely. If you want to, there we go. Hold on a second. Let me just get Lisa off the board because she's on the board there. Let's get these little guys off the board. Okay, guys, if you want to stay in contact, make sure you join my email list today. We also, that way you'll have new services updates and industry news and monthly trends and be in the know. Also, join me if you're looking for a photographer and you're looking for an event photographer. Make sure you reach out and I will be able to hopefully service that need, as in commercial and private events. Okay, so I am an event photographer and I also do photojournalism. So that is also events, street events, people, places, and things. Also, a great thank you to our wonderful Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. We have amazing people in our Patreon community. And also, yes, this is a month that also there are some, we are going to have different types of giveaways come Monday. Monday is the last day of the month, I do believe. I think it is. So that's when we'll do it. We're in the middle of the year. Can't believe it's the middle of the year already.
Yeah, Monday is the 30th. Is the last day of the
So we'll be having that. So we'll have a giveaway on Monday. Also, this weekend we are having our meetup group. We're meeting in Herald Square. So go to our meetup page. Go to Ron Lewis Photos. Photos on Meetup, and it'll take you to our page, and you can sign up to join us on Saturday from 2 to 4. We will be in Herald Square photographing. We have never done Herald Square. I was like, wait a minute, we've never done Herald Square.
Big one. So they get all of the traffic from Times Square in Herald Square.
Yeah, but Herald Square has its own like little triangle. We're gonna meet at the park. There's like that little park with the bell and that famous park from a storybook. Then you got the Macy's there, and the streets also cut off. So it's a nice little area, and we'll be photographing. And it's a lot of people to photograph in Herald Square.
That's a busy little junction right there, because a lot of trains transfer right there as well.
Yes, the path, all the train stations, the 1, 2, 3, the 1, 2, 3, Q, R, F, N, S, D. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
And then Penn Station's a block away, so you've got it's a ton of people over there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be we're gonna have a great day Saturday. It's supposed to be a little showery here and there, but just sprinkle showers. Either way, we're still gonna be in Herald Square this weekend, rain or shine. So we'll be there. Okay, this was great. I'm never off the board, says Lisa. And Lisa says, that's a great place to take photos. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Jen says the money that they are spending on that wedding. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, oh, Bezos. Okay, guys. Chris, any last words?
See you tomorrow for Focus Friday.
Focus Friday tomorrow. See ya. Love ya. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.